future skills program, which is entrepreneurship, creativity, and technology.
Glitching in the
Uh,
voice.
I'm sorry.
There's glitching in the voice.
Yeah, I don't know what is the problem.
Future
Is
skills
my
program,
connection
which is
okay? Okay. Can you hear me good? Hello? I- Is the voice
hello.
okay? Hello, can you hear
Yeah.
me well? Okay. So, basically, we opened in 2020. We've been 5 years in operation. The product was made a few years before that. We have 42 schools and growing. I mean, more than 42 schools now around the world. We are having 22 agreements around the world as franchise agreements. And we have registered 6,000 students so far by 2023. And we take students between 3 and 18 years old. Now, our current product is 3 to 12 years old students. And we have Curio Campus, which is in the making. So that will take the kids from 12 to 18 years old. But I'm not really very sure when is the product will be finished for the syllabus and the content. So basically, we focus on we should prerequisite 4 things in matters of the children. Number one, we know that every child is unique and they have a special talent. Like every child is different. Uh, we know that some kids, some children, they have a different learning behavior. Some children like science stream. Some children like to memorize things. Some children, they are more into skills learning and so on. And we know that English is the global trading language around the world. So this is why the focus of the English language is more than 50% because Curio focus on the future skills. The subjects that we teach is get with the children uh, to build into the future. So the 4 subjects that we are teaching, they are there for a reason. The reason that this is the future subjects, this is what we think that children will need in their future career around these 4 subjects. Uh, we move swiftly on. Curio, the idea was built based on few studies that we believe was made around the children. And this is for this generation and over the upcoming 10 years. So when we are talking about the children from this generation, from 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, we know what's going to face them in the next 10 years. So we know from the World Economic Forum that uh, the jobs that they are available now as a profession for the children, according to the technology now, in 5 to 10 years to come, uh, these jobs, current jobs that we are having, are not like 65% of them are not gonna exist anymore because we know the AI is taking over jobs every day. So we know, for example, that in 2, 3 years, Grab, for example, or Uber will be like AI oriented. There will be no drivers. There will be like GPS drivers. So things are moving forward, and jobs they keep coming out from the list. And we know that over of 60% would be automated jobs, also by AI. Number three, uh, we know that the NFT, the network for teaching entrepreneurs, which is one portion of our subject, uh, kids need to somehow have the mindset to find or recognize the opportunities. And number four, we know by 2027, 50% of the jobs will be freelance. So that means that there is no more contracting with companies. And these four skills are going to be the skills that help people to do the freelance because it's going to be online. It's going to depend on English language. It's going to depend on the person knowing that the technology, they are technology oriented, creativity oriented, and entrepreneurship oriented. And then we know that in the diagnosed cases in the US, one of six kids, they are having some mental challenge or mental behavior. Can be minor, can be major. So when we come to the product in Curio, we will have like 10 levels, and up to the age of 11, 12 years old. So we have Pre-Explorer will be for uh, for the ages 3 and 4, and we have the Explorer level, which is going to be taking kids from the age of 5 up to 7 or 8, and then we have the pathway, which is taking the kids from 8 to 11, 12 years old. Now, basically, the ages versus the levels, we can have like older children in lower levels or uh, younger children in higher levels according to their understanding of or subjects. And then in 1 year, we will have like 4 semesters. It starts with Mercury semester, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars semester. Now, we know in one academic year, we have 40 weeks. That means per semester, we have 10 weeks of learning. But we know that also we have 52 weeks in the year. So the breakdown will go like the academic, for the academic one semester, we have 9 weeks. In the 9 weeks, we have like 2 visits for the child, and they will be doing a subject in one visit, and they will be English class in one visit. Now, usually these classes will be after school, and it will be in the weekends. So I assume Friday, Saturday would be more suitable to Curio, and also afternoon sessions if available. Now, in the first 9 weeks, we will give 9 visits for the child. Each visit will be 1.5 hours, and they will be doing 2 lessons. So, and then on week 10, we will do the project week, and then week 11, we will do a replacement to some classes that children might be missed, and then it will be break for those who didn't miss any classes. But we have the PTM, which is the parent-teacher meeting that comes at the end of the semester for the teacher who is taking the class to meet with the parents. It's usually about 30 minutes, and they will discuss the behavior of the child, the, the production of the child, the learning of the child in the 3 weeks that in the last 10 weeks when they have the course. And then 1 to 2 weeks would be summer and winter camp, depends on the semester, like in the middle of the year or at the end of the year. Okay, so we are teaching 4 subjects. We are teaching entrepreneurship, we are teaching technology, creative design, and English language. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these subjects get to do with the children future skills. So we know that we are merging these 4 subjects in matters of learning for the children to have one team semester where every subject is integrated with the other uh, 3 subjects. And I'll leave this for later. So this is the breakdown for the week. So we will have for the semester. So this is the 9 weeks. We'll have 3 classes of creativity. We'll have 3 classes of technology, and then we'll have 3 classes of entrepreneurship. And then in every week, also we'll have one class of English language. So will be 9 classes of English language, and then will be 3 classes of each of the other subjects, scale subjects. And then on week 10, we'll have a project that is not related to the content that they studied, but it's around, excuse me, but it is around let me silence my phone. But it's around what they learned throughout the 9 weeks. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk before we go to the system and to configure the system is the behaviors that we study on the child. So we divided the behaviors. They are like 9 behaviors. Some of them are shared among the subjects, and some of them are like unique for the subject. Like for example, when you see design or creativity, you will have creativity here that doesn't exist in other subjects. So basically, when the child come to the class, we will measure the 5 skills of that subject into our CBAS system, which I will talk about it by tomorrow. So, so we have these two behaviors, which is on task. That means the child is going on with completed all the activities and go on very well with the lesson. And we measure that from 1 to 5. And then the perseverance or the grit or the persistence to finish the job, even though it was challenging or hard for the child, but they keep trying. So these two, they give in our reports later on, they show the talent of the child, where the child is very hardworking, where the child is loving the subject, where the child is doing more effort to which subject, and in which we can focus on that subject and improve the child to do even better in that particular subject among the 4. And then we have things like problem solving, collaboration, self-confidence. Each subject will have 1 or 2 behaviors that is unique for the child, for us to measure the child efforts in the class. So with no further to do, I will take you now to have a look on the um, system that we have. Okay, so just let me resources. So I'm going to open Malaysia system because for the Saudi now we don't have children, we don't have records on the system, but that will be on CBAS to show you the reports by tomorrow. But today we will go throughout the system and check out how things work for us. Is there any question? Anybody want to ask anything before I proceed?
No, all good.
All good. Okay. Have you guys taken any of this with Amal or somebody from Abha, or have
Yes,
you not?
we have. I have a Malls login to this platform, but none of us have our own credentials for anything.
Okay, because we are going to open the system for Riyadh. It has to be the super admin will come to you, and then you can create the IDs for the. But at the moment, are you working with Abha system or?
Yes, we have to. We have we're all working on the same system.
Okay, no problem. So now, as I mentioned to you earlier, we have like 4 semesters. We will have Mercury, we'll have Venus, we'll have Earth, and we'll have Mars. This is our 4 semesters in perspective, in order. And then in each semester, we will have like pre-Explorer 1, 2, Explorer 1, Explorer 2, Pathway 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I say we have 8 years course because usually Pathway 5 uh, students will not reach to that level. They usually, sometimes, sometimes it's there, sometimes even the content will not be there because the focus for us would be from pre-Explorer 1 to Pathway 4. That is the focus. Pathway 5 usually is an additional more learning level to the children. Now, in every 1 year level, we will have 4 subjects. We will have the English content, we'll have the creativity, technology, and entrepreneurship. Now, as I mentioned to you, in 9 weeks, you will have 9 lessons for English. You will have 3 lessons for creativity. You will have or 3 visits to be more accurate. And then you will have 3 visits for the entrepreneurship. So now this is 18 total lesson plans that we deliver to the child in 1 week, which is in one semester, which is 9 weeks of content. So Curio would provide the content only for 9 weeks. And on the 10th week, you will have the project week, which is somewhere here. So we will still get the children to attend at the same time they're attending throughout the whole semester, but we will have the children taking the project is like some sort of graduation kind of week for them to move to the next semester. Now, I'll go to some of the lesson plans to just give you an idea on how it works. So first we will have the presentation over here, the PowerPoint or the Flash content. This is for the children to, this is going to be displayed for the children, which having the content of the lesson plan. And then we will have for the teacher the lesson plan on this side. Now, the lesson plan has been breaking down to the activities of the class that the child will be taking, and it will be details in matters of timing. So our class will be 1 hour and a half, and this is the 5 skills. We'll talk about them in a bit. So you will have like the welcome routine for 5 minutes, and then 10 to 15 minutes would be part of the story review, and then they will start to get in the story and then in the activity. And if they are having, this is like a technology class, if they have to code anything, then they will have to code it. So we assume the teachers will, okay, and then you would have like some handouts in the lesson plan. So sometimes we need to print this before period to the children come into the class and prepare it to them because it will be a portion of their activity in the class. So we know that all our classes will have an activity in it, something to produce for the child. So if they are having a creativity class, they will end up doing like a sculpture, or they will do a painting, or they will do some sort of coloring or something. So according to the age and according to the lesson plan and to the level, every class children attend for Curio will be a hand-on class. So they have to, there will be some kind of introduction, and then they will do some kind of project hands-on in the class. And then after the class, we'll go to the CBAS system, and then we will rate the child 5 skills behavior in that class. So for example, in technology here, we will have, let me just zoom this. So in the CBAS behavior, once the child, let's say we have 3, 4 children attended to the class, then the teacher have to measure the behavior in the class according to this table. Now, this table in the beginning needs a little bit of reading, but as the teachers move on with the classes, they will be automatically knowing what they are going to rate the child at the end of the class. So being on task, for example, doesn't attempt to follow instructions or rule. They get 1 star for the marking, and then consistently follows instruction. So we do measure the child according to their performance in the class, and we give them this kind of rating on the CBAS. By the end of the semester, we will have a combined 18 rating to the classes, and that 18 ratings of 18 classes will generate a report that we discuss with the parent afterwards. Now, Curio program, we know that we have a very good um, content for the children, but the focus is always on the behavior. So when we are pitching this program to the parents, or when we are selling the course, or in any event we are talking about Curio, the main focus will be on the behavior, will not be on the subjects. We have a complete program, so the children they will have the four subjects is like a mini university course that start from the zero and end up with the hero. They started from ABC, they end up speaking very much fluently to the in matters of English language, for example. They will start to learning this is a primary color, this is a complementary color, and they will end up designing a product at the end of the course. So each subject will start from the beginning, the very basic of it, and then it will end up with the child mastering if they happen to take all the classes throughout their journey with us. But the focus always on the child behavior. As I mentioned earlier, Curio opened to work on the children skills, on the children behaviors, on the children talents. So throughout our lessons with the children, besides delivering the subject or the project or getting them uh, to do certain projects in the classes, we are also focusing 100% on their behavior, how they react to the subjects, how they behave with their peers in the class, how do they interact, how do they communicate, how is their self-confidence, and all those portions of behaviors. And then by the end of the semester, when we generate the report, we'll have some comments already made. We will have some made comments on the children. We will have the report generated according to these tables, according to their performance in the class. And then we can discuss a potential behavior uh, teaching or improvement to the child. It's not like a problem, it's just like an issue that we need to work on. So we know, for example, that some children, they are not confident when they are in the outside environment. Now, with those, we know how to talk with the parents at the end of the semester. We say, okay, the child is great. They are doing their work. They are reducing their project. They are always excellent. They are always focused, but they have like a little bit close character. They are shy. They are not outspoken and whatever. So we need to do one, two, three. We as a school will do one, two, three. You as a parent will do one, two, three. And there is a list of things that we have to do for every child that having like some behavior improvements to do with something. So, for example, okay, your child can, if you go out with your child, let them interact with the waiter, let them ask the price, let them talk with the cashier, let them, read the menu and select what they want and order what they want by themselves. So we give them a little bit of engagement instead of we are doing, will be on the parents' part. On our part in the school, probably we will be asking the child to do more surveys with, go around the school, ask people simple questions and write them down, the answers like in a matters of survey, and, engage them to do more presentations, engage them to record their work in the class on a camera or something. So we do our things to improve that portion of the child where they are feeling less confidence to speak and to social interact. And you as a parents do that. And then when we get in the next semester, we start to apply these teachings to the child. And by the end of the next semester, we come and we sit down with the parent again in the parent teacher meeting. And we say, okay, this is how much we have improved the child. And then we see whether that behavior have improved or we need to work on it more, or we need to move to another behavior that we need the child to improve. Sometimes we see from the reports that the child probably very happy, very excited. This is what the report will show in when they are doing a creativity class. But we know at the same time that the child is also not very as much interested when they do entrepreneurship class. So this is one of the things that we will discuss also through with the parent in the parent teacher meeting, and then we will we will see how we can improve the child to love the other subject and do more effort in it as much as he's doing to subject of creativity or subject of technology or things like that. Okay, basically, I think we have reached to portion one. Uh, if any question you guys have on the uh, platform, can you please ask me? So, any questions so far?
Nope, we're all good.
Okay, so we have done about 30 minutes. Can you pause the recording for 2 minutes? We take a short break until I get the next material done.
Are you guys finished this section, or are you guys finished?
I don't know. We're here.
Yeah, for this section, we are done. We're just taking 2 minutes break.
Oh, okay. All right. Just let me know because I'm about to go to a lecture now. I have a lecture in 10 minutes.
So you
So
are going to, are we gonna stop the,
no. You guys continue. I'm just if you need anything, I won't be available because I'll be in a lecture.
okay, okay, sure.
But I don't think you need me. It'll continue to run.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
Medicine, is it okay if you pause the recording for 2 minutes? Hello.
We're here.
Okay, medicine. Okay, can I just like get to know from you? So basically, at the moment, do you know about the assessments, about creating leads on the CBUS and stuff like that?
Yes, I do, but cover it while you're here so that we have it for training.
Like, okay. But I want to know like how much do you know about the CBUS? Because when I move to it, I want to link it to the resources and to the ratings and everything. So like, okay, so do you know how, for example, to create a lead on CBUS, to generate a lead, a new lead?
No.
How to make appointments for the exams?
Yes.
Okay, so all right, uh, let's get into CBUS now. Okay, you don't have the, oh, this is, no, this is the Malaysia one, so the Saudi one. Do you have access to the Malaysia CBUS or not?
No, I do. I have access to nothing.
You don't have an ID so far?
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right. Then, okay. I will work around that. Okay. So basically, uh, can you see my screen or no? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, good. All right. So, okay. So when we, okay, so this is CBUS, and I will start to work on the items of it one by one. So this is pretty simple for anyone to do, but uh, I will need to do one in order to move further into the appointments and so on and so forth. So basically, we will need to fill up the details of the child and the parent. So say, for example, okay, uh, Ali, uh, okay, okay, male, and the studio one channel. Channel is usually we will put where we get the child to register from. This is good for our marketing reports later on, but not very super important to be very accurate. But let's say we got this one from Booth, and then we say the school, for example, and then the grade, say 5, and then description, uh, not important. Then we put the parent, say the father, say, for example, my name, uh, okay, my email, done, done, done. Okay, so birthday, okay, so birthday, let's do it. Okay, so let's do it 2020, for example, 16. So grade 1. Okay, so now we have a lead called Ali that I just generated. So if let's say you have a child, you want to perform an assessment as a first stage, you are gonna put the details of the child into the system, and then you are gonna click on it, and then you will go to appointments. Once you go to appointment here, you create an appointment for the assessment. So let's say you are doing the appointment. He came today, you want to do the assessment today at 3 p.m. Okay. And then you can do here a placement test, for example, remark. placement test. So now that we have generated the appointment for the child, we go to the appointments over here, and then we would see Ali over here. And then once we click on the name, we can do the initial report. So you will have the parent assessment and the child assessment. Is this clear so far, or should I go back to the steps one by one?
No, this is good.
Okay, so we create a lead. Once we create a lead, we go to the lead, we initiate an appointment, and then we go to the appointments here, click on the child, and then we go to the initial report. Initial report, after we finish the assessment, we will have the result of the assessment coming up in this page instead of these two things. So when we do the child assessment, so sorry, let me just okay. So for the parent assessment, we will have a few questions to do with the child, and this is to know more about the child character and the behavior and the interest of the child. And basically, after we finish the child assessment and the parent assessment, we will have in a report that I'm going to show you in a bit, the result of this assessment, which is in matters of behavior and also in matters of English and also in matters of where this child stands in matter of our levels on Curio. Is it level explorer or pre-explorer and so on and so forth. Now, you conduct the questions with the parent. You ask all these questions, and then you'll have more questions. We can do one assessment if you want, or we can move to um, a different child who did an assessment previously, and we can show the report there. Now, for the child will have a written English test, speaking English test, and based on the speaking written English test, the teacher will have to come and mark the child somewhere here. So, for example, the child is a beginner or their English is at very low level, so you give them okay pronunciation, this one, spelling this much, this much, this much, and then that will reflect in your report. And there is also other data to fill up once you finish this page of the child assessment. Now,
Okay, for the English test, is there a standard English test we give, or that's at studio discretion?
okay, so there is a Curio English test. It goes by age. So you have different tests. So you have like a pre-explorer test, and then you have explorer test, and then you have pathway test. And then
Perfect.
the more higher the level, the more complicated is the exam. But I don't know about real so much, but I did a lot of placement tests in Abha, like huge number of them. And I know that the English level usually is pre-explorer to explorer, regardless of the child age. And that is going to be a little bit tricky for the teachers to place the children in the right level at the right, at the right English level with the right skills level. Because if you come in to think about it now, when you are having a child who is quite not very strong in English language, and then they have good background on the technology or on the creativity, like they love drawing since they are small, so their skills is quite advanced. And then because of the English level, we put them at the lower level of English, which is pre-Explorer 2, for example. But then the skill subjects will be quite boring for them to learn. And then if they are high in matters of English and then they are low in matters of skills, the other technology and creativity and so on, then you put them the system will put them in a higher level. And then when they are in a higher level, then the content of the subjects that they are skill subjects that they are going to take, it can be quite challenge into them. So we do the system here will rate the children based on age for the level and based on English level. And sometimes it's tricky, when it comes to the English part. But then you as a principal or the teachers who are conducting the exam, once they see the level a bit too difficult, you have the option as a principal in the system to generate the contract to a different level from what you got in the initial assessment. You get the point?
Yep.
Okay, so let's say, for example, okay, so this one is not done. Um, okay, wait, oh, this is still appointments, that's not done. So we go to students. So basically, once you finish rating the child, uh, this leads appointment and assessment is no longer in use. Unless the child didn't do the assessment, then if their name is still over there, then it got no use. Once you finish the assessment, the lead will move from appointment to assessment, will move to be a student. That's once they signed up. Now, if let's say we take any of these children and we go to the initial report, you don't see parent assessment because they already done it. You see this PDF file, you can download it as a PDF and send it to the parent. You see this file, and this file basically will have whatever you entered of results based on the parent behavior questions that you ask, and then based on the English, and then based on the age as well. And then our exams are, I don't know whether you heard about Holland theory, but Holland theory will have like 6 characteristics of a child. So we have taken that exam and that kind of characteristics and put it in the exam here. I'll show you the QR cards later on. IAR's cards. Okay, so you will get a result like something like this. This is on the behavior from the child and also from the parent. Like if you come over here, let me just see the drive. Okay, let me show you the QR. Have you seen the cards for the exam?
The what?
Uh, the 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 the, the assessment cards, the flashcards that we give to the children. Have you had a
No,
look?
we have not seen anything.
Uh, okay. So besides to the English test that the written test that the child will be having, we will have this to be printed. So usually uh, these flashcards is to do the assessment on the lower levels, but also we have the character or the behavior cards. Wait a minute, it needs to load because it's a big file. Okay, while it loads. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly it. So basically, so for the children who are quite young, like say 3 to 6 or 5 or 7 years old, and their English level is lower, you probably will use this kind of flashcard to ask them about hobbies, to ask them what they want to do in the future, and to also ask some vocabulary from them. So if they know like cow, pig, chicken, and so on, then you can rate them to the assessment at a little bit higher. But this is the flashcards for the lower level. For the upper, like the more bigger kids, like 8 years old, 7 years old and above, you can use these flashcards. So there is for the flashcards, basically you have yes, not, maybe. So you will have 6 jobs for each of these. What is the CBUS? Let's go. CBUS. Mm, what did I move from C++? Okay, students, take this one, initial. So we say that we have these six skills, yeah, that we measure the child characteristics or behavior based on these six skills, six characters. Now, when we go to the can I move this? Okay, what is it? Is the conscious now? Where did my drive go? Okay, what is the cost? Okay, so I'll go down. So here we have the six characters, which is realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, or conventional. And where did it go again? Oh, okay. So here you will have six cards describing six jobs, and these six jobs get to do with one of the six characteristics that we have on Curio. So this is basically realistic. Let me just, this is like a realistic. So we are gonna ask the child these six cards, for example, would you like to be a police officer in the future? They can choose yes, no, or maybe. So whatever they choose, we just give a 1 mark. So you will have like a paper which is would be prepared, and then you will be okay. A police officer, yes. Firefighter, no. This is the child answers, and then truck driver, maybe they want to do that in the future. And then you have the six skills, and you will mark yes, no, maybe. So let's say 2, 2, 2. When you go to your assessment, you will have there on the realistic entry, which is I'll go back and I'll show you how to go about it. Um, Let me go back. Okay, so okay, so let's go back to Ali and go to initial report. Let me just do this for one time. So okay, so let's say your child difficult, not sure, this one, often, and then we would just put any results because I want to go to the portion. Um, School, no, yes, and then 8, no, and then we go next. So this is all the questions about the child character, like we know whether, and then the system will translate that into the Holland theory result, which is gonna determine the child character and also the subject. It will auto-generate where the child subject based on the parent question and answer from here. Okay, yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so now we have this completed. Let's give him 2 in every English. Okay, speaking, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so this is the page. So here you can, for example, for realistic, it will be 2. And then for yes, no, maybe now. And then maybe will be 1. And let's say 3 of the jobs there will be for no. Like, okay, so this is realistic. We go back to where is my cards? Okay, so here, let's say he say yes to police officer, yes to firefighter. He gave you one maybe to truck driver, and then he say no to pilot, construction worker, and athlete. Now, when you key in these results here, you key in as the child respond to you, and that for every character, you will have few jobs, and then these jobs you just mark the six of them. Maybe for artistic, he wanted four of them, yes. One of them he said maybe, and then one of them he say no. Social, let's say he say yes to one, uh, maybe to four. Yeah, okay. Here maybe he say no to three. Maybe he did two, and then yes, he did one, and then here he do three, and here he do three, and here is zero. Okay, so this is the answers that you get for the six jobs from the child, and then this one is already saved. Okay, then you go here and you refresh your page. Ali, you have generated a report now. Okay, is this clear how we get this?
Excellent.
Okay, so I'll go back very quickly here. Where is it? Okay, okay, here. Okay, so six jobs for realistic, six jobs that is oriented to investigative, and then you have six jobs that get to do with artistic, like actor, architect, artist, author, dancer, video game designer, and then you will have six jobs for social. So we will print these cue cards, we'll laminate them, we'll cut them in small sizes like this, and then we'll stack them. And then when the child comes there, we explain to them that I'm going to give you a few jobs. Tell me, what would you like to do in the future? If you don't like it, say I don't like it. If you say maybe you don't know, just tell me I don't know. And then we'll start showing the card, taking the mark on the paper to get the six marking for the six characteristics. Once that's done and we key in the system, now we have a full report of the child here. To go on the report, our English language uh, content or syllabus, they are aligned with the Cambridge English, Cambridge assessment uh, 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 English. So the child, based on the results that you key in the system, they will pre kind of like IELTS. It's not accurate 100%. We don't know, but in future we will get to know. But this is based on their answers. We get to know how much they mark in IELTS. And then when you go to the end of the report here, you will know what they can achieve in 1 year course at the level that is given away. So we are giving this child pathway one, okay? And then this is what he can achieve. So up there, you will see the mark up to the 90 part. If you study 1 year with us and attend 4 semesters with us, we can guarantee that they improve by this much. Of course, the further you go with the level, the smaller the improvement that we can guarantee. Now, we know the child uh, level in matters of English, and then we know this child from the answers, the characters, the 36 jobs, the six characters jobs that we asked previously that I showed you. We know that the child is more into enterprising. He is an entrepreneurship kind of child. Uh, the second highest skill he could have is the investigative. According to what he answered, yes, no, maybe. This is how we know the child character. But we know a little bit better from the parent. So because the parent, you will ask them whether they like to play outside, whether they like to play inside, indoors or outdoors. You'll ask them things like what they are with a bunch of kids. Do they like to lead? Do they like to come out with games? Are they self-confident? Are they taking the lead in games? Do they invent their own games? And based on the child, are they good with maths? Do they keep their desk tidy? So this kind of questions will give a little bit more clearer picture about the child. But because I just randomly selected answers just now, you see it like a little bit, probably 16.7. Everything is 16.7. I don't know how accurate they answer. But this child, the system will tell you they are more enterprising, more investigative. So this is the first two information that we need to know about the child. And throughout the first semester, they are doing the course with us. We need to know whether this is true or not throughout. Because sometimes the children, they can just give you any answers and you don't know whether, you know, they just like bored or whatever of the exam. Now, for the enterprising, you'll have a little bit of of description here that get to do with your subjects. So this is an entrepreneurship, basically, child, and you will have the interest based on the parents, and it's quite standard for the enterprising child. You will have this interest and behavior strengths for this kind of character, and then where we need to improve and development areas. And then you will go down to see the English level in 12 months plan standard, and then what they can do in this level in particular. Okay, just let me move this thing again somewhere here. Okay, you will see what they can learn in matters of English. Everything is breaking down for you here. The behavior skills that we are gonna focus on the child in this 1 year, and then the learning goals for the three subjects. So entrepreneurship, you will see a list of things that they are gonna learn, and then creativity, you will see a list of things that they are gonna learn, and then in technology, uh, there is a list of things that they are in our lesson plans. So we guarantee this learning because everything written here is in pathway lesson plans. You saw the lesson plans is quite intense and is broken down thing by thing. And all these lesson plans are given to the child hands-on in the class, like all the lessons. So we do guarantee the learning because skills learning get to do with with the hands-on practice. It's not by just telling the child what to do. It's just getting the child to do what you are trying to teach. This is in matters of skills, is known worldwide. So for this level in particular, the course that you have, the 4 semester content that you have, will focus on the idea generation, teamwork, public speaking, and less on leadership, less on creativity in matters of entrepreneurship. When you come to the creative design, they are focused on design, coordination, motor skills, and color mixing in these three. Maybe in the future levels, you will see things like focusing on digital skills and teamwork as a behavior. And then in technology, they are focusing 100% on this, on coding. Like almost 80% of the course is focusing onto coding. And then what the students will create, and this is usually happens in the project weeks, besides to the lessons that they are doing in the project weeks, they will do a dream team, how to work as a part of a dream, give a presentation and give a feedback, use HTML, CSS to code the website, sketching, line drawing, applying values to tone to create detailed effect, and design and make own prototype design. So this is all the things will be ongoing by the end of the year. The child will be learning all these things because they are lesson plan, they are in the course, they are in the content, and they will be doing everything hands-on. So basically, this is on the initial report of the child. Now, this is, I think, new students. You don't have much of information here. So let me find one of the old students to show you how to do the parent-teacher kind of meeting. Okay, students. Uh, okay, June, for example. Search June Fang. Okay. All right. So now I showed you how to start with creating a lead, creating an assessment, and then we talked about the reports. So every child will have a different level. They will have, okay, you see here, this child is, this is not standard like 16.7 for all of them. This is like 18.4, 17.2. So this is the parent answers. This is the child answers. So this guy is also enterprising, but not investigative, is artistic. So he is enterprising, artistic. And then he's in level explorer 2. And this is the things that they are gonna learn in this 1 year. Now, for this child, June Chu Jung Peng, we have the progress report. Progress report shows you the overall classes, the overall attendance, the overall child character. And you have the 4 subjects here. And then once you put the mouse on the entrepreneurship, you will see these five, what to say, bars. You call them bars. And then you have the line on top. So the bars will represent the child, and the line on top there will represent the child versus the class or versus the level in the school. So this child in matters of entrepreneurship, he is not doing very bad, but coming to look at it, he is at 4 level in average, 3.6, 4.1. This is his level according to the rating from the teachers throughout the whole course that he studied with us, probably 2 years or something around that. And then the class average in matters of entrepreneurship is on top of him. But this is not a problem. The child doesn't really love entrepreneurship more than the other children in his class or in his level in the school. Now, when you go to creativity, he is also not doing very bad. Is 4.2, 4.5, 4, 3.8 out of 5. Uh, and he is still below the class. When you go to English, he is below the class. When you go to the technology, there is only in problem solving, he's above the whole school in his level. This is Explorer 2 level. So in comparison to any child in the school, overall, he is better in technology, just in problem solving. That's it. But in the rest, he is in line with the school or a little bit below school. Now, this is the behavior chart with the subject. Now, you have the effort scale. The effort scale is how hard he is trying in classes versus the school versus the subjects. Basically, he is very good because he is here in methods of rating, but the school is still above of him. But when you come to see overall interest, probably the creativity is the highest, if I'm not mistaken. And then well-being trend is when you rate the happiness of the child. There is one rating for you in the system, just asking you well-being. Is the child happy or not happy today? 1 out of 5. So you put 1 out of 5, and that 1 out of 5 will translate in this report. Now, for every class he attends, not very compulsory, but it's best that you give a child feedback because this is going to appear in your semester parent-teacher meeting later on. So this is the overall, but the overall we cannot judge it very much on the child because this is, let me check how many semesters he did. He did Mars, Venus, Mercury, so it's almost 5 semesters he did. So let's go to Mars, for example. Now, the reports for the semester is gonna show you the child behavior, and this is where I say we meet with the parent and we see where is the problem with the child, not the problem, like what do we need to improve the child, and we work with the parent, and the next semester we come and to see it into action. So in March, for example, uh, this is the school, this is him. So technology in bar with the school, entrepreneurship in bar with the school, in for that particular semester that he did. English above the school, creativity, he is probably the best in school in comparison with the peers, the average. Now, for the semester also, this is happy or not happy in the class. So we know in English, he is around the school, entrepreneurship below the school, creativity, again, he is very happy in creativity classes. So this is a kind of information also telling me as a parent that my child is very much interested in creativity and his talent in creativity. He is happy to go to creativity classes. He is not bad with other subjects, but this is where he performed the most. And this is done by different teachers and different ratings and different classes and different days. So when you see he is always getting this bar, you are kind of telling me as a parent, your child probably in future would having something to do with architecture, would have to do something with interior design, game development, something to do with the creativity, product, creation, uh, designer, fashion designer, whatever job get to do with creativity, I know your child is gonna excel to it because this is how your child perform in matters of creativity. So that is a very good indication for the parents. And then we go to the uh, detailed report with the child. This is also coming from the ratings that you are doing for the child. Listening, reading, writing, focusing this semester was on the speaking and creativity. So in the 9 lessons, he have like 9 comments, and that comments are saying 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go to the creativity. You will have, we said we have 3 creativity lessons per week per semester. Do you remember? Okay. Are you guys still there?
Yes, we're here.
I'm not seeing the camera, so yeah. Okay. So you remember we say we have 9 English lessons throughout the semester, and then we
Yes.
have
Yeah.
3 creativity, 3 technology, and 3 entrepreneurship. So we need to make sure that the children attend all those classes. And that's why it's very important because I'll show you some classes, the rating will go very bad because one class the child didn't do. Because
Oh, yeah.
basically you rate them over
Statistics.
yeah. So over every class hands-on project they do, you have to rate them, give them the mark, and give them the behavior again. So even though this child was the best in methods of creativity, but look at his marks in methods of production. But our rating is always focused on the happiness, on the teamwork, on the creativity, on the initiative, on the critical thinking, and so on and so forth. Now, these 3 projects that he done, this is the name of the project and the lesson code and everything, and he got that, he got that, and he got that. Then he got these comments on the 3 lessons, but maybe there is double comment. Somebody did 2 comments for him. And then on the entrepreneurship, there was these 3 projects. There are 3 lessons. We say every lesson, including English language, they have to have a hands-on in the class. They still have to draw something, color something, or make a presentation, or go out and do a survey, or there will be something to do with the English class that is hands-on. Even English class is not all literally giving a child some commands and some grammar and some this one and tell them, okay, go back and memorize them. They have to do something with it. So the 3 projects of entrepreneurship here, as you can see, he got 10 out of 10, 6 and 7. Still better marking than creativity, but still not as good in matters of behavior. And then you leave the remarks that you think the child deserves for the class. And then this is the three classes where he did MS Paint editing, Microsoft Paint drawing shapes, and then draw cool. Well, I don't know what is that, but uh, this is the content for 6, 7 years old child. Is already working on Paint as a beginning. Maybe in upcoming years they are doing PowerPoint, they are doing Excel, they are doing things, and then they are doing also coding on Scratch Junior and stuff like that. Any questions on the report?
No, no questions.
All right. So moving swiftly on, let's have another semester, Mercury, which is the following semester. Again, in this semester, he is not in bar with the class, but we see the technology. Okay, so here is Mars. Technology, he was in bar with the school. Here was above, here was above. So our teacher parent meeting in this semester, we need to get this guy to pay more interest, more effort into technology and entrepreneurship. So moving forwards to the next semester, we see the creativity still up bar, but we see there is an improvement in the technology uh, kind of bar versus the school. This is the school. So another child in this bar maybe higher here and lower here and here. Now happiness class, how happy he is in the class, the and then entrepreneurship. I don't know why is it like that, but probably the entrepreneurship classes were very fun for him. Okay, or maybe there is missing classes. So see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comments, and this is the lesson codes. That means he didn't attend 3 classes of English here. And that's a problem because your whole report is somehow messed up. Okay, so again, creativity, he missed one. You see how that relevant to here?
Could
So
we
to social,
preview when you go down to where it says semester projects, could we click on one of those just so we could see, or can you tell
no,
us
no, you cannot, but you will have, uh, you, okay, so this is what we practice in Malaysia. It's up to you to practice it, but I would suggest it very highly. So for every child, we had some kind of file, or in the class drawers, we know there is like a small file, or there is, the file splitters. So we do the children work basically there for the whole semester. Either it's technology, entrepreneurship, English, their books as well. We keep them in the school because usually they will forget to bring their books. So for all those, we keep like some kind of filing space for the child. You can do it in the beginning when you don't have so many students, and then later on see if you want to continue or not. But that's your decision as a principal. You are the person in charge, so you decide what goes on. And then usually what our teachers will do, will practice, they will have the children doing the work and then filling up the book and doing everything throughout the whole semester. And when the parent teacher meeting come, they hand over everything to the parent. But when the parent come to pick up the child, the teacher will go and say, okay, your child did this drawing today, or did this project today, or did this one. They will do like 2 to 3 minutes, which keep the parent always excited as they know what the children are learning, every time they visit the school. So you generate all that, you keep it, you file it somehow for every student. You don't really need to have a file. There is like something like a file splitter. I don't know what they call it. You just put it in the drawer and put a tag on it, and then that's how they used to do it. They would do the books and they do the work inside the books. So while the class is, the teacher is conducting the class, the children will come in and they will have their books and they will write, they will learn whatever, and then they take the book, they put it back in the drawer, and then the whole class dismissed. And also get to do with the works. So when you are meeting with the parent, you can somehow show them this report and tell them this was your work, your child's work on that particular day, and you pass it to them. Of course, all the work you will pass with the books to the children, to the parent at the end of the semester. If they are taking their work home every time they come here, they do a project, they take their work home with them, it will be misplaced, it will be destroyed. The children, they never keep things. And then it will be just gone. But when you pass it to the parent at the end of it's very good for the parent feeling. To be very honest, is a sales kind of unique selling point, I would say. So he have two comments here and he have one project missed. So when you go back to probably the presentation where I said here, okay, let me just come out of, okay, so here I said there is 9 weeks of subjects slash English, 1 week project, uh, you know, one, the week 10 will do the project week. And here you see something called replacement slash break. Replacement is for those who miss classes. Break is for those who don't miss classes. So they take the whole week as a break. Now, I'll go back here again. Where am I? Okay. Now, how do we avoid this from happening? Because actually, we figure out there is a way. So usually for this, okay, so for our system, you guys want to take a break for a while or should I go on?
We're fine. We have
Okay. Okay.
28 more
So
minutes.
yeah, we have 28 more minutes. Okay. So uh when you so how Curio lessons work. Basically, we have children in the same age, same level. Don't say same age, yeah, wrong expression. In the same level. So let's say we have Explorer 1 level. So Explorer 1 level doesn't necessarily have to be for once a week. It could be few times per week because you'll have different groups. You'll have students coming uh, Friday morning, probably. Some people coming on Saturday evening. Some people, the schedules throughout the week. You will have this group, this level, uh, like 3, 4 sessions throughout the week. Okay. And in our system, when we book classes, if this is creativity week, the whole school is booked to creativity classes this week. And then when the whole school is booked to creativity week, Explorer 1 will have 2, 3, 4 sessions. And then in 3, 4, 5 sessions, you will be doing the same lesson plan, which is this one, for example, CD, Creativity Design 0304. So this lesson is repeated few times throughout the week. So what we need to tell the parent before they sign up for the course, if your child is not able to do what they are not feeling well, or you are going for a wedding, or you are traveling somewhere, so this week you are not coming for your English slash whatever classes, do let us know. We will rebook him for the same lesson code in a different session. But this is another one problem. If the child booked into a class, so let's say I have this child, June, booked into EX2CD 0304, and he didn't turn up. The system will not let you rebook a replacement because when you go to rate all the students, you have to rate him as well. Let me show you an example. Mm. Do you understand the problem I'm trying to tell you?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, wait. um, Okay. Uh, so you see EX1 3334. In the same week, if you have EX1, it will be the same code. You see, this is Saturday. This is Thursday. See EX1 again. If you see EX1, you will only see the same code, unless it's a replacement week. You see EX1 also. Um, so okay, PW1. Do we have another PW1? We don't. Okay, we have PW1 here. It's EN3132, EN31. Oh, this is a replacement. Okay, now I'll just take you to one of uh, these classes. Okay, there are two kids in this class and they are rated. Okay, so when you finish your class, by right as a teacher, you need to go to the platform, to the CBS platform. You need to get in the schedule. These two students were in your class, so you either rate them on behavior and mark them for their delivery of the project, or you have to say absent. You cannot not you cannot rate Christopher and uh, and not rate Maximus. Okay, so you have to rate both of them in the class, and then if Christopher didn't turn up, you will have something here say, absent or something, or didn't turn up. So you click on that, everything will go zero. And then Maximus turn up, so you are gonna rate him according to his effort scale, well-being scale, other command, learning objective. He get 10 out of 10 in the project. Okay, so you rated this child. This guy is absent. When you come to the replacement week at the end of the term, you try to book this lesson code for Christopher. It doesn't work because he's already rated as absent. So the only way to solve this problem is the parent effort to let us know in the school that my child tomorrow will not be able to do it, or today will not be able to do it. So what happens? The reception, the what we call learning specialist, the teacher, the principal can go to the class schedule and remove his name. So that lesson code can still be rated when you do the replacement at the end of the semester. Clear? Uh, did you guys get it?
Yep, got it.
Okay. So yeah, so that's one of the important things that we need to know. Okay, so we go back to students. It's good if we can get, I'll put the same one because we are almost done with them. Okay, so fine. Okay, now we have the semester report, progress report. Okay, we are in the semester report. So semester report, we have discussed Mars and Mercury at random. So we see here he's not doing very well. Here, not doing very well. I don't know because he's absent here, absent here. Technology, I think he will be, yep, two of them. He probably got the replacement for both these classes, but they cannot be rated. So it's very, very, very important that the parent, communicate with us, or we call before one day to confirm whether the child is going to turn up for the next day class or something. So when we have the parent-teacher meeting, it makes some sense for the parents because you can still get the marks. You can get in matters of uh, I don't know, matters of aptitude chart. You know which subject he is more focused and more happy with. Which one more happy? He probably not very happy in this one. Maybe he's probably happy in this too, because here is his performance high. But then, because of the absence, we cannot tell. Okay, good.
Good.
Moving swiftly on, can pre-post. This is usually not, we don't really add it because not all the students necessarily are taking the summer camps and the winter camps. And if they take it, maybe we can put it, but okay. So it will be uh, something like, it's not really important to put here. So you have to do and then this is very important for you guys to kind of take a note. So you will have the international kind of material in matters of summer camps, winter camps. But basically, because they grew in Asia, in China, and in Hong Kong and stuff and like that. So their focus usually on the camps is very much into English. Now, when we, for example, in Malaysia, we have the children a very high level of English by default because the children they go to international schools. They are the medium of English language in Malaysia is quite, like second language. It's like kind of everybody speaks English, okay? It's not like you go to China, even adults, they don't speak English. They don't know word in English. So in China and Thailand and probably Japan, people like this kind of summer winter camps. And this is one of the reasons why we never rate our students in the summer winter camps because they have lesson plans and lesson codes and whatever it is, and we never follow this. Our summer winter camp is more into build a robot, uh, you know, draw something, fashion design from recycling things, make a jacket, make a weapon, make something, like we have things hands on because the children, they will hate it if we give them 1 week or 2 weeks of English learning and it's quite basic for them. To be very honest, this June guy that you just seen, no performance in like no good performance in matters of English is pretty fluent. And it was challenging for the teacher to deliver classes that is fun and challenging to him. So sometimes they really pick up classes from upper level, or they have to come with additional activity to get the child to start like finding a challenge in whatever they are learning. Or they move the focus from speaking and listening and reading to writing and spelling and other things. The teachers always have to go around the lesson plan. You have to follow the lesson plans anyhow because it's a target language. It goes like step by step by step by step. But then you cannot technically give it somebody who's too good with it. So they have always to do something. So our winter and summer camps, in short words, was very outside of what the international is providing us because it's not really much fun for the children. But you guys here in Saudi, I think the English level, I think maybe the parents will like it. I'm not very sure how it's going to happen here, but it's they might like to have more English classes throughout the summer and the winter. But for me, I think what works is the um, hands-on, uh, activities. Now, last portion here, we are gonna work with um, medicine. Here, like the contracts is where the consultant prepare the details. Once they do the payment and everything, you can probably put the price as zero or whatever. It will come to you, contract amount and blah blah blah, and then you can create a new contract towards the end. If you create a new contract, you just put the type, status, amount, price, blah 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 blah, and then their name will be in the system. So you can book that name to classes and whatever. If you never initiate a contract after the child make the payment, the parent make a payment on behalf of the child, then you will not be able to book them. You will not able to get, basically you get nothing besides the initial report, which is, for example, here, that's all you can get for the student. And this one is not even completed. So it's probably something here. Also, oh, this is what. Okay. So this is all you're gonna get: progress, semester, whatever. You cannot get booking them. You cannot book them. Rating them. You cannot rate them. So you need to initiate the contract according to the child registered course. Okay. Uh, I think there are 10 or 15 minutes, but we barely had any breaks. There was a plan to 15 minutes break or in the middle. But anyhow, I will let you guys, if you want to clarify something or you want me to repeat on any portion. Tomorrow we will recap on the amount of classes. We'll talk in details about the hours and minutes and whatever it is. But if you need me to repeat on any portion that you found probably was not very clear to you, can you let me know? Or anything you want to ask about the system?
No, I think this was a great start.
Okay. So we're good with everything.
Yes.
Does this mean you guys are very good at understanding or very good at explaining? I don't know.
Oh, we're
Okay.
all geniuses, right?
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so basically this is all, and then um, I probably will start working with you how to add the students into the classes and book them. This one can be done also by the learning specialist because medicine, once you get the super admin account to create the principal account, which is the super admin for ERCA, and then you start to generate IDs for the staff, then you will have the consultant. They have few of these features, not all of them. And then the teachers will have some features that the consultants don't have. And then you will have all these features. Like my account is principal, so you have all these features. Now, this whole CBAS thing, according to my knowledge now, in 2 months there will be a Curio app for the parents. And
Yes, that was mentioned in some of our marketing thing, and that was actually a question that I had at some point.
I don't know, maybe with the marketing people, they mention it, but
Yes,
I'll
they
give you what
did.
I know. What I know is the Curio is ready and they are doing the debug into it. This is what I know so far. But I know it's going to be coming out sometime in the future,
Okay.
eventually. And then when this system come in, the parents will be able to access to it and see the progress report real time. And you guys don't need to 100% uh, depend on this platform anymore because you will be doing there will be like some kind of communication with the parents through it, like like something like it's not Instagram, but like some chatting channel there. There will be like a class group there. It will be like
Yes,
having
we
more
use
features.
something similar in the States called Dojo, where everything's in an app for the parents.
Dogo.
Dojo.
Dojo. Okay, so I don't know how similar it is, and I don't know how good it is, but it's gonna come out. And usually when things come out, they still like have some time of
Yes,
modifying and
exactly.
whatever. But once you migrate into the app, it will be very much simple for us to use it throughout our phone. You don't have to log in. Actually, this one you can use it through the phone, but it's not like very user friendly over the phone. Yeah. But once you get the app, then it's much better to access to everything. And then parents also, they can see the comments on the day itself. They can see, I mean, basically, if they want to come and check, they can come and check anytime throughout the semester. But it's just like they have to come because we don't have a parent login here. So it has to be done. So I wouldn't suggest we introduce the culture to them to see anything until the end of the semester when they meet the teacher. And then the teacher can, from time to time, when they take the parents out at the end of the class, can have a chit chat with this parent this time and that parent the next time, 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So thank you very much for turning up today. I actually
Yep.
got a little bit. I wanted to do CBUS like in details tomorrow, but I
Okay.
think you guys already having also like quite a good background on the system. So tomorrow we'll do the more detail on the lessons, the weeks, the semesters, the years, and we will talk more on the behavior, and
Hmm.
then we will work more on the CBAS as well in matters
Okay.
of assessment and in matters of so tomorrow I'll open to you even Malaysia two accounts. Only both of you will turn up tomorrow.
Everyone will be here tomorrow. We're in the office all week.
Okay, all right, sure. So how many of you are attending today? Because I'm not looking at the camera.
It's me, Haneen, and Shaden this week. Mariska
Okay,
will be back
right,
next week.
right. Okay. All right. Then we will talk. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, at 10 a.m.
Yes.
And then we will have for you hands-on to do like some creating leads and do stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.